Hey guys, and welcome back to the AC Milan Career Mode. I have looked at your votes and it's pretty obvious what you guys want me to do, and that is to sign a forward, of course, but the forward goes by the name of Domenico Berardi. He was by far the most popular, and I have to agree, his stats are fantastic. He's young, he's Italian, he plays for a weaker side, he's in excellent form, very happy. It's a no-brainer really. We're going to try and sign him and hopefully we can get the deal wrapped up quickly. A straight swap for Carlos Bacca is maybe a bit risky. Bacca is 27 million worth. He feels threatened. It seems like a good deal. I feel bad for Bacca. I honestly wish he did better for us. And of course, I'm going to try and wrap up the deal as quickly as possible because we've only got 3 days left in the January transfer window, basically. We've got Atalanta coming up first to play. Then we've got Pescara, which I'm most likely going to sim so we can play the game against Napoli at home. We've got Dortmund as well in the Champions League round of 16. Very exciting stuff to look forward to, but first we have to get past Atalanta and regain top spots in the league because we're 3 points behind Torino with a game in hand. The only two players that still are not available are of course Bonaventura and Balotelli, both still injured, so that means that Bacca is actually going to play in this game. We've got our strongest possible side, I'd say. Romagnoli unfortunately is not in good enough form to warrant a start, but other than that, you know, the side looks solid. Bacca potentially his final game for AC Milan. Let's see if he can end it on a high. We are the top scoring team in the league with 36 goals scored. We are not playing boring football, we're going for it. A 3-5-2, trying to score as many goals as possible, and we're getting the reward for it. Milan struggling so far in this first half an hour of the game. Not really created enough chances here. El Shaarawy down the wings can do something. We can win a corner, but so far we haven't been great, and Atalanta have been defending absolutely brilliantly so far, but maybe this time. Bruno Perez takes a touch, bangs it, and it's a goal! As simple as that. The moment you start complaining of the lack of chances you're getting, you're bound to score. That's just how it works this year. Great goal by Bruno Perez. I'll retract everything I said before that brilliant touch, and an even better finish. No chance for the keeper. Milan 1, Atalanta 0. Atalanta going forward here. What a shot. Driven wide. That is their first shot of the game, but a really good one at that. I wasn't lying when I told you about the lack of chances in this game. We had the one chance that we scored. Bruno Perez again getting the goal. I remember him scoring the brace to save us in the previous episode, and Atalanta had their one really powerful shot off target, and that's pretty much it. Oh shit, good pace. Good pace by Gomez. He's going to cut inside. Romagnoli doesn't do well enough there. Desilio can't get there and they hit the bar. Warning shot. Niang, good ball into Bacca. Bacca inside to Menez. Menez can go back to Niang. Niang, come on man. Pace it. He's going to chip the keeper. And that is a delicate finish. But it doesn't go in. 25 yards. 15 minutes on the clock. Hakan steps up. This should be an easy task to put it into the back of the net. They're going to sneak the ball forward like little bitches, but it's not going to work. Hakan is going to curl this into the back of the net. I called it. Here we go. Çalhanoğlu. Not again. That's the second time we've hit the woodwork. El Shaarawy needs to get there. Estigarribia takes a very good touch to take it past Stefan. Easy save, Diego Lopez. 2 minutes on the clock. We just have to hold out for the win here. Menez does well there. Into Bacca. What are you doing? Nigel de Jong. Into Bruno Perez. 2 minutes of extra time. This should be the end of the game. Bruno Perez goes forward. He goes for it. He's still going. Bruno Perez cuts back. Jeremy Menez makes it 2-0 and puts the game to bed. Milan take the 3 points and rejoin Torino at the top of the table. His 5th goal so far from Jeremy from the number 10 role. That's not too bad. And that's the final whistle. As boring as the first half was, the second half was exciting. A lot of chances for us. We had 5 more shots in that second half. Atalanta had a couple of chances, but we win. And deservedly again, Bruno Perez gets man of the match. These are the training drills for this week. I'm of course going to train the players that I believe have a future here at this club. Baselli is joining the training squad. I want to get him to an 80 rating before I stop training him. He's our new midfielder. He looks promising. He looks like a well-rounded midfielder, and hopefully he can be a valuable asset in the future. Decent results. Magellan going up in every single stat. Sassuolo have accepted its straight swap for Domenico Berardi with Carlos Bacca. That is fantastic news. Berardi can get the 120k a week that he wants. Maybe I could even get him to sign for 60k, what he's currently on, but I'm not too bothered about it because I know he's a fantastic player and I want to keep him as happy as possible. And straight away, the offer has been accepted. Domenico Berardi, welcome to the most successful Italian club of all time, AC Milan. Now, I don't want to be a dick to Sassuolo. They just sold us Domenico Berardi so they can have Nocerino as well. And looking at the biggest deal so far, Eriksen and Nainggolan have joined Manchester United, which is incredible news. I mean, they're going to be strong. Hopefully we don't have to face off against them in the Champions League, because those two midfielders, I think, make their squad complete. Of course, we're not going to go for these two players anymore. Jesus. Juventus are going to buy Aymeric Laporte. If I knew about that. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. I mean, I'm happy with the defenders I have, but you don't want to see your competitors get stronger and stronger. So Juve are doing some decent business as well. And there we go. The deal has been finalized. Aymeric Laporte is joining Juve in the final hour of transfer deadline day. Shocking news to us. It's going to be one hell of a title race. We're about to head into the away game against Pescara. I'm going to take a slight risk. Most of my first team players are tired. I'm going to use a rotated side. Gabriel, Alex, Baselli, Verdi, Bertolacci, Luis Adriano are all coming in. Only Bruno Perez and Niang usually play for me all the games, and maybe Desilio as well. But it's not the best of sides. Baselli is going to make his debut away from home, and hopefully he can get the result that we are looking for against a weak Pescara side. It has to be said, they only picked up 1 point in their last 3 games. I'm going to skip in 3-2-1. And we do get the win. Niang getting a brace, and that's why I kept him in there, because he's in good form. Welcome to the San Siro for the game. Milan-Napoli, the biggest game of today's episode, and a brilliant test for the new signings. In particular, Domenico Berardi, who's making his debut tonight in one hell of a game. He's going to play up front. We're going to take a look at the lineups in just a second, but I can't wait to get into this game. These are the current league standings. We are on top, 2 points ahead of Torino, 5 points ahead of Inter, Napoli down in 8th. So they're not having the best of seasons, and they're probably looking to redeem themselves today. The players to watch are Mbaye Niang, who scored a brace in his previous game, and Gonzalo Higuain is the second top scorer in the league with 10 goals. We all know he's a goal poacher, and we need to be careful. And this is the side I have picked. It's the 3-5-2 yet again. Quite controversially, I'm playing Berardi as a striker and maybe not as a winger. I should prefer left-footed striker on the left. Niang is the right-footed striker on the right. That's how I like to play with my strikers. A pretty strong team. Romagnoli is coming back in as well, even though he's in horrible form. Let's take a look at the Napoli team. Have they made any big signings? Well, Mattia Perin in net. That's about it, I'd say. Hamsik, Higuain, Gabbiadini, Insigne, all names we recognise. Dries Mertens is not playing. He's a quality player, but let's see how we do in the game against Napoli. What a touch by Bruno Perez. I'm going to show you the entire clip because that was stunning. He may not have gotten something out of it, but that must have been the best flick on I've ever seen. El Kaddouri. Napoli doing really well so far. We struggle to get a hold of the ball and go forward. It's all Napoli so far, and now Insigne's got a bit of room to dribble and take the shot. Romagnoli doing well. Çalhanoğlu into Bruno Perez. Bruno Perez can find Niang, who made the run out wide. We're struggling to create so far. Back into Perez. Perez does well. Past Gulam into Çalhanoğlu. Çalhanoğlu into Nigel de Jong, who hits this one. It's an optimistic effort, but it's the closest I can get. Nigel de Jong over the top into Berardi. Great flick on by Berardi. Niang back into Berardi. Domenico Berardi on his debut for 1-0. He finishes it. He makes Bacca a distant memory with that goal, because we're already delighted by how this new man is playing. Who is Bacca? I don't know. Domenico Berardi steps up to the scene and does well. He set up the move and he finishes it off past Mattia Perin. Maybe a little bit undeserved, but we'll take it. And then you can see the halftime stats. Not a lot going on, but we are actually deserved in the lead. I was especially impressed by their pass accuracy, 98. Somehow we've created more chances than them. I'm going to bring off Menez. He looks a bit tired. Çalhanoğlu is going to push up to the cam role, and Baselli is going to play in the centre mid / CDM role. Hopefully that'll work out. Menez didn't look too great, but we are in the lead, and that's all that matters. We need to keep a hold of it. Baselli drives forward from the centre midfield position. He's doing well. Baselli has been horribly fouled. I'm going to take the free kick. I hope he's not injured. He seems to be alright. 38 yards out. Quite the distance, but Çalhanoğlu has done it before. Can he do it again? Yes, he can, but it's a good save. Gabbiadini turns well. De Guzman straight at Diego Lopez. Their best chance of the game. They should have done better with that. And Berardi cannot win the flick on, unfortunately. Hamsik into Higuain. First time hit. Baselli can't get there. They're going forward. Gabbiadini could potentially be the final chance for Napoli to get back into this game. They're going all out attack. You've seen it. Nigel de Jong wins that, and he can play through Niang. Niang is in a one-on-one if he can take a good touch. It's not the best, but he has good strength here. And Bayern Niang can look for Domenico Berardi. I don't know what happened. That's the end of the game, and how it finished 1-0 is beyond me, especially with that final chance. I'm not going to hold it against Berardi. He had a cracking debut, but what I did near the end was completely my choice and my responsibility for trying to do it fancy and missing. I'm not going to hold it against Berardi. We win deservedly 1-0, and we can kind of say it was a dream debut for our new Italian forward. I've learned my lesson. Never try to be cocky. Never try to be cheeky with your finishes. Just put the ball in the back of the net to avoid any confusion or trouble. Anyways, we've got another training drill coming up with, again, Baselli in it. Positioning going up, agility going up, and a few defending stats for Ellie as well. Baselli, hopefully he's going to get to that 80 rating sooner rather than later. And that win against Napoli helped us maintain first spot in the Serie A. We're cruising in the league, and we can shift our attention to the European stage yet again in the next episode. We've got Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League round of 16 fixtures. It's going to be one hell of a game if we want to qualify. I'm looking forward to it. Here are the other fixtures in the Champions League, by the way. Take a look at them. Let it sink in. We are back. Can we go far in this tournament? Let me know. I hope you enjoyed. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all later.